If you want to help Democrats pick up 4 congressional seats in Virginia, early voting has already started for the April 21 referendum that would put the maps behind me in place. This new set of maps will help balance out the picture nationally for Democrats to counteract Republican gerrymandering in other red states. When we look at the overall mid cycle redistricting mass so far, you can see with Texas, Missouri, North Carolina, Ohio, California, and Utah, Republicans have a 2 to 3 seat advantage in all the changes they've made so far. We need to pass this Virginia referendum to pick up those 4 seats, not only to counterbalance those, but the reality that Florida is still waiting to pass their new heavily gerrymandered maps. One of the reasons that Florida is waiting as long as possible is they're waiting to see if the Supreme Court overturns the Voting Rights Act, which would allow them to draw an even more aggressive gerrymander than the one behind me. And this is what we think they're going to draw right now. They're going to eliminate 3 seats. If the VRA gets thrown out, they can eliminate the majority Black and Latino seats here, and they could do an even more aggressive map, maybe even picking up 4 or 5 seats in the state. It's so critical that you go vote yes in Virginia because even if you're philosophically opposed to gerrymandering like me, the reality is voting no on these maps is not going to stop what the Republicans are going to do in Florida. And so we have to vote yes to counteract what's coming with the Florida gerrymander. Right now, prediction markets are showing that this referendum is likely to pass. However, in the actual polling, and we've only had 2 polls so far, and one of them the referendum was losing, and the other it was barely succeeding. Virginia is still a relatively close state, and it's definitely possible that this referendum will get voted down. So it's very, very important that you go and vote yes, and you realize this isn't just about fairness in Virginia, this is about balancing the picture nationally. I'll be tracking early voting in the state, and hopefully, we'll get a good idea of whether this referendum is likely to pass or fail based on turnout in different areas. And so, this is a very, very long early voting period in Virginia. It started on March 6th. The early vote runs Monday through Friday all the way till April 18th, and then the actual election is on April 21st.